Hey y'all, welcome back to Grain Free Me. Again, this is Trevor, and we're going to be working on how I generally do my bacon. These are two 12-inch by 16-inch pans with racks, which I have on my website, grainfreeme.com. It's an Amazon affiliate link, and I love doing it this way. The grease, for the most part, drops off. It doesn't smoke up the house. Everything's very consistent, cooks evenly. I haven't found a better way of cooking bacon yet in everything that I've tried over the years. So you know, depending on if it's thick cut, standard slice. This is low sodium standard slice from Aldi's, and we're going into a 300-degree oven, lower rack, upper rack, for 20 minutes to start. And then after that 20 minutes, we're going to rotate the pans, and that's my favorite kitchen utensil right there, a pan, tong, a pizza pan, tong, whatever you call them. And we're going to do another 20 minutes here. And it all varies. Every time you do bacon, it's going to be different. You can't, generally 40 to 45 minutes will work for standard sliced. If you're doing thick cut, you're probably going to have to go closer to an hour. So we're just going to do another 5 minutes there. Pulling it out of the oven, setting it on cooling racks. And I give this, you don't want to wait too long. If you wait too long, all of the grease, the extra fat is going to be stuck. It's going to congeal and be stuck on the bacon. So you kind of have to do this within the first couple of minutes while the bacon is still warm. And we're just going to use paper towels here. And you can see, how almost perfect that bacon is. A couple pieces are going to snap and break off. You can use a spatula to peel off, but most of the time, if you hit the timing right, it works great. So, and I put the pan on top to just add some pressure to soak up the extra grease into the paper towels. Now, I'm going to roll it and give it a little bit of press, try to get whatever extra grease is still on the pieces of bacon. If you don't do this and you just throw it into a container, throw it into the fridge, all of the bacon pieces are going to stick together, and you're just going to end up with a big clump of bacon, which, nothing wrong with that. But if you want to make BLTs or use this on a deli sandwich or bacon cheeseburgers, you don't want it all clumped together. Okay, so that extra container there is actually for the greasy paper towels. If you barbecue with charcoal or lump charcoal, this is a great way to reuse the paper towels as fire starter in a barbecue chimney. And I'll do a video on that down the road. And, get the racks off here. And then we're going to go in and get all the extra grease. Soak it all up. You don't want that going down your drains. And it's kind of messy to toss it in the trash. But this is the easiest way, most efficient way, and I guess you could say environmentally friendly way of doing this. get that all wiped up there. We'll do the same thing with the other tray. And you can see how much grease actually is still left in the pan, which is why I like doing it in the oven. I mean, no smoke, no splatter. Yes, you do use quite a few paper towels, but like I said, these don't go to waste for me. They make great fire starters for my barbecue. And finish it up there. The best part is, the bacon doesn't stick together. And it can go into the fridge. The pans are easy to wash up now because they're not completely covered in grease. If you don't want to do it that way, you can just let the grease cool and then scrape it out with a spatula. That's pretty much it for the bacon. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.